this morning. Got me feeling brand new, like I know what to do. Got me feeling nostalgic. Ancestors sending clues, I'm sending gratitude back. Cause the whole world outside, sun in my eye, a girl in my ride.
Raise your hand if you still live at home with your parents in your 20s. Just me? I've been living at home for 3 years now, and I have to speak on it. People seem so ashamed to say that they're living at home with their parents, they moved back in with their parents. People don't seem proud to talk about it. We are not the same. I proudly live at home. I love living at home. I'm never leaving home. Kidding, but I mean, it's good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Really, really love living with my parents. If you know my parents, that's not a surprise. But it was not always this way. I lived alone for 4 years before moving back home. And technically it was 8 years if you count college. So I was in San Antonio. I was at a very stable and predictable lifestyle television station. So it made sense to be living in San Antonio where I worked. When COVID happened, I, one, wanted to be closer to family, and two, transitioned from lifestyle television to reality TV. So it was very unpredictable in terms of scheduling. The first show that I did was Love is Blind Dallas. So it made sense to start my reality TV career in Dallas and just move back in with my parents because they are also in Dallas. Fast forward 3 years, and it has just made sense to stay home because I travel quite a bit for work, and it's just nice to have Dallas be my home base when I'm not living anywhere long term because of the career field that I'm in. Reflecting on my 3 years at home, the one thing about it is that you really aren't on your own time. If my parents are watching a movie, it's now movie night. If they're having a conversation, I'm having a conversation. And especially when it comes to meals, I love to cook with my mom. We call it Meals with Mama. Please do not interrupt. When we are cooking, we are in the zone. Even when it comes down to breakfast, my parents, specifically my dad, loves oatmeal because it's like the healthiest thing you can eat in the morning. I, for one, am not a breakfast person. Dinner is my meal of choice. It has always been that way. We differ in that area, but when I'm home, I really, really like to make breakfast for them. It's an act of love because, again, if I chose, we wouldn't eat, but I know that it makes them happy. Sometimes I find myself saying, dang, I wish I had a free morning, or dang, I wish these dishes weren't in the sink, or I could just have a moment to just focus on what I need to do or my day. What I've been doing, and it's really, really been helping me, is for every complaint, I find a blessing. I don't necessarily want to eat oatmeal this morning, but thank God for the smile it puts on my dad's face. I don't really want a smoothie today, but I know my mom's gonna say it tastes better than Smoothie King, and she is not wrong, and we thank God for the joy that it brings her. I don't necessarily want to do the 85 dishes in the sink because how do you have one dish when you live by yourself, but when you have 3 people, it's suddenly 85 dishes? It all escalates so quickly. Thank God for the dishes because they represent my parents' presence and their guidance and the beautiful meals and conversations we have together. That switch of perspective changes everything. It could change your whole day. I struggle with feeling less than productive when I'm not completing a task related to career development or a bigger dream that I have, because my dreams are so big and I have so much that I want to accomplish. But we have to remember that the moments in between matter. They are significant. We can't be so focused on ourselves or work or whatever dream we're trying to accomplish that we neglect the people that matter most to us and the little moments in between. My parents are the people that matter most to me. Growing up, my dad went to work every day, traveled every week, never complained. My mom stayed home with us with 3 kids and never skipped a beat. I don't know how she did it. I still ask her. I do not have the answer because it's just amazing to me. And the least I can do is to find little ways and little moments to show my gratitude while I'm with them and while they're allowing me to stay here and have not kicked me out on the street. And just to show my appreciation, because it's just the little moments that matter, and I really, really am trying to find ways to just count it all joy. There will come a time when I'm not living at home and I'll be like, dang, I wish I was making oatmeal this morning, or dang, I wish I had more dishes to do because I really miss them. It's always, hindsight is 2020, or we appreciate it once it's gone. So I'm really trying to savor the moment right now and just enjoy the little things and find the blessings in them, because I know the season won't be forever. For every complaint that you have today, just find a blessing to counteract it, and it will just change everything. It really, really will. Just count it all joy. I'm gonna finish this oatmeal, do something great today, and I'll see you in my next video.
Turn into a butterfly. I'm on the grass, it's always greener on the other side. And we gon' make it out the struggle, though we traumatized. I used to take this life for granted, I apologize.